Hello, today's class is on geometric and harmonic mean. Geometric mean and harmonic mean. First, we will discuss introduction and meaning of geometric mean. Of course, both geometric and harmonic mean are based on mathematical calculations. Geometric mean is the nth root of the product of n items in a given series. Harmonic mean is the reciprocal of arithmetic mean of reciprocals of the given observations. How these two methods have theoretical and practical aspect we will observe here. And first we will discuss the meaning of geometric mean. According to Fry and Williams, uh, given a set of numbers, that is x1, x2, x3 xn, the geometric mean is the nth root of their products. Symbolically we can show this as nth root of x1 comma x2 comma xn, where x1, x2, x3 xn are the various values of a series. When the number of values is 3 or more, for which geometric mean is to be calculated, computation of the product of various values and finding out the value of nth root becomes a difficult task. Hence, geometric mean is usually calculated with the help of logarithms. Next, computation of geometric mean for individual series. Geometric mean is computed for individual series, discrete series and continuous series. First we will discuss individual series. First, find out steps. We will see the how to find out the individual series. Find out the logarithms of the values of x variable and obtain their total sigma log x, and obtain the total number of observations, that is n, and apply the formula of the geometric mean, that is equal to antilog of sigma log x by n, antilog into sigma log x by n, where gm is geometric mean, sigma log x is the sum of the logarithms of values of x variable, and n is the number of observations. We will consider one example here. He has given that data pertaining to different items. There are number of items, 7 items. First we call that data as x. If we represent it as x is 2220, 12, 10, 8, 4, like 7 observations are given. Now we need to find out log x. Log x means log 2000, log 200, log 20, log 12, log 10, log 8, log 4, and so on. Log x value will be, log 2000 value will be through 3.3010. If we observe the logarithmic table, we will find these values. Log 200 is equal to 2.3010, log 20 is equal to 1.3010, log 12 is equal to 1.0792, log 10 is equal to 1.0000, log 8 is equal to 0.9031, log 4 is equal to 0.6021, and sigma, this if you summate this log x values, it will become sigma log x, that will be 10.4874. Now we have to substitute the values that we got from the calculation, that is gm is equal, geometric mean is equal to antilog into sigma log x by n. If we substitute the same, these values, we will get geometric mean, that is log x, sigma log x values are 10.487 and n is equal to 7. Antilogarithm of 10.4874 by 7 is equal to antilogarithm of 1.4982. Hence the geometric mean is 31.49. Next, computation of geometric mean for discrete series. Okay, discrete series. We will have procedure. We have procedure to find out the geometric mean of discrete series. First, find out the logarithms for the values of x variable and denote it by log x. Second, multiply the logarithms of values of x variable with their frequencies and obtain their total. Third is obtain the total of frequency and denote it by n. And fourth is apply the formula given below to obtain the value of geometric mean. Okay, if you see the PPT, you will find that is GM antilog. GM geometric mean is equal to antilog of sigma f log x by n. Okay, where GM is geometric mean and sigma f log x is nothing but sum of the products of the logarithm values of x variable and their respective frequencies. Then n is equal to number of observations, total number of observations, that is also called as sigma f, that is frequency, sum of the frequencies also we can call it as. Now we will consider one example for this. Okay, data is given here, profits per shop, okay, in rupees is given, that is in thousands of rupees. And if we observe number of shops, that is frequency. Okay, and if x is taken as profit per shop and frequency f number of shops, log x first, that is log 7, log 14, log 28, log 35, log 85, log 123, log 185. If you find these values for log, that means log 7, log 2 value is 0.8451, log 14 value is 1.1461, log 28 value is 1.4472, log 35 value is 1.5441, log 85 value is 1.9294, log 123 value is 2.0899, log 185 value is 2.2672. Okay, now we need to multiply these log values with frequencies, their respective or corresponding frequencies. Then we will have f log x. Okay, we will get f log x. That means 6 into 0.8451, okay, we will get 5.0706. 9 into 1.1461, we will get 10.3149. If we multiply 28 with 1.4472, we will get 20.2608. If we multiply 25 with 1.5441, we will get 38.7998. If you multiply 17 with 1.9294, you will get 32.7998. If you multiply 9 with 2.0899, you will get 18.8091. Then if you multiply, that is log x of the log 185 value, that is 2.2672 with 6.80515, okay, with 3, you will get 6.8016. If you summate all these f log x values, that will become sigma f log x, the total will be 132.6593. Then we came to know that n is equal to 83 and sigma f log x is equal to 132.6593. If we substitute the same in the given formula, that is gm is equal to antilog of sigma f log x by n, that is antilog of 132.6593 by 83. Then you will get antilog of 1.5983. If you divide 132.6593 by 83, you will get 1.5983. For this, you need to find out the antilog. Then you will get 39.70, that will become geometric mean of the given data. Next, computation of continuous series. Okay, and in continuous series, what are the steps we'll see first? First step is find out mid values of the classes of the variables and denote them by m. Obtain logarithms for mid value of the variable and denote it by log m. Multiply the logarithms of mid value with their respective frequencies and obtain the total, that is f into log m. Obtain the total of frequencies, that is sum of f, that is sigma f we call it as, that is equal to n. And the last step is apply the formula of the geometric mean. Okay, we have if you see the PPT, you will find formula for geometric mean of continuous series, that is antilog of sigma f log into log m, sigma f into log m by n, that is uh, for continuous series. Here we will have gm is indicates the geometric mean, m is the midpoint, mid value of the class, f into log m is equal to logarithms of mid value of the variable multiplied with their corresponding frequencies. N is equal to number of observations. Then we will consider a problem to okay, get complete comprehensive understanding on this. That is, class interval is given. We indicate the same with Ci for the purpose of clarity. And that is 10 20 is class interval is given, 10 20 20 30 30 40 40 50 50 60 and 60 70. Frequencies are given as 10 12 7 14 8 6. Okay, now we need to find out mid value. In order to find out the mid value, we need to add lower and upper limits of the corresponding class and divide by 2. Then for first class 10 20, we will have 10 plus 20 30 30 by 2 15. 20 plus 30 second class, that is 50 by 2 25. 30 plus 40 70 70 by 2 35, that is third class mid value. Then fourth class is 40 plus 50 90 by 2 45. Okay, fifth class 50 plus 60 110 by 2 55. 60 plus 70 130 by 2 65. Hence the mid value of the class is 65. Now find out log m, that is log 15 value is 1.1761, whereas log 25 value is 1.3979, log 35 value is 1.5441, log 45 value is 1.6532, log 55 value is 1.7404, log 65 value is 1.8129. If you summate all these, okay, now we need to multiply these log values with frequencies. That is 10 into 1.1761 is equal to 11.7610, and 12 into 1.3979 is equal to 16.7748. 7 into 1.5441 is equal to 10.8087. Then 14 into 1.6532 is equal to 23.1448. 8 into 1.7404 is equal to 13.9232. Okay, if we multiply the same 6 into 1.8129, then we will get 10.8774. These f into log m values, if you add all these f into log m values, you will get sigma f log m, which is equal to 87.2899. okay, we got n is equal to 57 and sigma f log m is equal to 87.2899. Substituting these in the given formula, that is antilog of 87.2899 by 57, 87.2899 by 57 is equal to 1.5314. If you antilog 1.5314, then you will get gm of the continuous series for the given data, that is 33.99. Next, computation of weighted gm. Okay, computation of weighted gm. that is okay, weighted arithmetic mean. We can also compute weighted geometric mean. For this purpose we have a procedure. According to the procedure, first step in the procedure is find out logarithm value of x variable and denote it by log x. First we need to find the logarithm values of x, and then we need to denote the same as log x. Second is multiply the logarithm values of x variable with their respective weights and obtain the total and denote it by sigma w log x. Okay, then obtain the total weights and denote it by sigma w. Apply the formula, okay, that is given. Formula is w, okay, gm is equal to weighted geometric mean is equal to anti-log, okay, of log x1 into w1, x1 into w1 plus log x2 into w2 plus log x3 into w3 dot log xn into wn. We can extend this to any number of values, okay, found in the given series. That's why we are considering a natural number here, xn wn. Okay, by divided by w1 plus w2 plus w3 dot wn. Okay, weights also up to the n number we can take. Okay, weighted geometric mean is equal to antilog of this can be converted. Okay, we can summate, that is sigma w log x by sigma w. Okay, the above lengthy formula is converted into small one, that is sigma w log x. Okay, where wgm is equal to weighted geometric mean, w is equal to weights. Sigma w log x, sum of logarithms of x variable multiplied with their corresponding weights. Sigma w is equal to total weights. Okay, now items, one example we will consider here for the comprehensive understanding of the geometric mean, weighted geometric mean. That is, items are given, that is m, n, o, p, q. There are 5 items, and index numbers for their corresponding index numbers also given, that is 130, 140, 135, 280 and 193. Okay, weights are also given, that is 12, 20, 10, 16, 8 respectively. Now we need to find out the weighted geometric mean. Okay, in order to find out the weighted geometric mean, items index numbers are taken as x. Okay, and weights, we have weights are given. Sum of the weights, we need to add all the weights and find the total, that will become sigma w. Sigma w is equal to 66 here we got. Okay, now we need to find out log x. Index number values are considered here as x. If you find the log values for those index numbers, you will get log x. That is 130, log 130 is equal to 2.1139. In the same manner, log 140 is equal to 2.1461, log 135 is equal to 2.1303, log 280 is equal to 2.4472, log 193 is equal to 2.2856. Now we need to multiply all these log x values with weights, that is w into log x, that is 12 into 2.1139 is equal to 25.3668. 20 into 2.1461 is equal to 42.9220. 10 into 2.1303 is equal to 21.3030. 16 into 2.4472 is equal to 39.1552. 8 into 2.2856 is equal to 18.2848. If you summate all these w log x values, then that will become sigma log x. Sigma w log x, it will become sigma w log x, that is equal to 147.0318. Okay, now we got sigma w is equal to 66 and sigma log w log x is equal to 147.0318. If you substitute these values in the given formula, okay, that is given in the PPT, we will get geometric mean is equal to antilog of 147.0318 by 66. That is 147.0318 by 66 is equal to, we got 2.2277. Hence, antilog of 2.2277 is equal to 169. This will be the geometric mean of for the given data. Okay, now we have limitations. Okay, sorry, first we will discuss merits of geometric mean. Geometric mean is considered to be the typical value of the series, as its computation is based on each and every item of the series. Okay. Second, it is rigidly defined measure of central tendency. And third, unlike arithmetic mean, it is not affected by extreme items of the series, as it gives less weight to the large items and more weight to small items. This is the reason why geometric mean of series is never larger than the arithmetic mean, but sometimes it may be equal to arithmetic mean. Geometric mean is amenable. It is not affected by the extreme items of the series, as it gives less weight to large items and more weight to small items. This is the reason why geometric mean of the series is never larger than arithmetic mean, but sometimes it may be equal to the arithmetic mean. Geometric mean provides a satisfactory measure of computing the average rate of change in the value of a frequency distribution. Okay, we have some limitations of geometric mean. Okay, geometric mean suffers from the limitations as well. Okay, it is neither easy to calculate nor simple to understand the geometric mean. Okay, it is rather difficult, particularly to calculate when the items of the series are very large. If you are having very large number of values in a given series, then it is not an easy task to calculate. It is very difficult. It is not possible to compute geometric mean when the given series contains both positive and negative values. Sometimes we may consider both positive and negative values in a given. For example, data is given pertaining to the profit and losses of a company. Generally, we will show the profit with positive sign and losses will be negative. Under those circumstances, that it is not possible to calculate the geometric mean. Then quite often the value of geometric mean is altogether value which may not be found in the series. Sometimes may we get some value for the given data, but that it may not be in the given series. We will sometimes we may get such a value. Okay, and lastly we have, since it gives more weight to some items of the series, it is not useful for the analysis of certain economic problems such as study of income level, study of living standards, etc. Okay, in such studies, disparities between small and large items will have to be brought out clearly. Okay, despite it has lot of limitations, these limitations, geometric mean is widely used in finding out the average percentage changes in sales, population and other business and economic variables. It is widely used in the construction of index numbers. Since it gives equal weight to equal ratio of change, it satisfies the time reversal test and in the index numbers. Time reversal, we have already discussed time reversal and factor reversal. You have seen, I think you have familiar with these terms. Time reversal, factor reversal tests are there in index numbers. Okay, geometric mean satisfies the time reversal test of index numbers. Okay, next meaning of harmonic. Okay, what is the meaning? According to F.C. Mills, okay, the harmonic mean of the series of numbers is the reciprocal of the arithmetic mean of the reciprocals of the individual numbers. Symbolically we can show it as harmonic mean is equal to n by 1 by x1 plus 1 by x2 plus 1 by xn, or we can write the same as n by sigma 1 by x, where hm is equal to harmonic mean, n is equal to number of observations, okay, and 1 by x1 comma 1 by x2 comma dot 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 1 by x1 denotes the reciprocals of the values of x variable. Okay, now we will compute harmonic mean for simple and weighted harmonic mean. First we will take one example. Before that, the steps we will go through the for individual series. Okay, we will calculate individual, discrete and continuous series, harmonic mean for individual, discrete and continuous series. First we will see individual series. Okay, there are few steps in this, that is, find out the reciprocal value of x variable and denote it by 1 by x. Obtain the total of 1 by x value, that is sigma 1 by x. Obtain the number of observations, that is n. Okay, apply the formula and obtain the harmonic mean. Harmonic mean is computed with the formula that is given in the PPT, that is hm is equal to n by sigma 1 by x. Okay, summation of 1 by x sigma 1 by x. Yeah, okay, where hm is equal to harmonic mean, n is equal to number of observations, sigma 1 by x is equal to sum of the reciprocal values of variable x. Okay, we will consider one example for this, right? We will consider an example, that is, here heights is given, okay, in inches: 55 inches, 56 inches, 60 inches, 61 inches, 64 inches, 67 inches, 68 inches, 69 inches, 70 inches and 72 inches. Okay, then we need to find out the reciprocal of these means these values are considered as x. If you want to find the reciprocals of these values, we need to do the 1 by x. Okay, 1 by 55 is equal to, you will get 0.0182, 1 by 56 is equal to 0.0178, okay, and 1 by 60 is equal to 0.0167, 1 by 61 is equal to 0.0163, 1 by 64 is equal to 0.01156, 1 by 67 is equal to 0.0149, 1 by 68 is equal to 0.0147, 1 by 69 is equal to 0.0145, 1 by 70 is equal to 0.0143, 1 by 72 is equal to 0.0139. Okay, now we got n is equal to 10, we know that from the data given, the number of items if you count, you will get n is equal to 10. Then sigma 1 by x also, if you summate the 1 by x values, you will get the sigma 1 by x, that is 0.1569 we got from the addition. Okay, substituting the values in the formula, if you substitute these values in the formula, that is hm is equal to, okay, n value is 10 by sigma 1 by x value is 0.1569, 10 by 0.1569 is equal to 63.73. Okay, now we will calculate hm for discrete series. Okay, in discrete series there is a procedure to find out the harmonic mean. First is divide frequency of x variable with their respective values and obtain the total, that is sigma f by x, we call it as sigma f by x. And second is obtain the total frequencies, that is n, capital N. And third is apply the following formula and obtain a harmonic mean. That means you can see the formula that is given on the PPT, that is hm, harmonic mean, is equal to n by sigma f into 1 by x. Okay, f into 1 by x, that is equal to n by sigma f by x. Okay, we can modify the same, that is n is equal n by sigma f by x. Here sigma f into 1 by x, or we can write sigma f by x is equal to sum of reciprocal value of the values of x variable multiplied with their corresponding frequencies. Then we from the we will go through a problem that is given. Size is given as size of a items given, that is 6, 10, 21, 27, 30, 45 and 60, so on. The frequencies are given. Frequencies are sixth item, okay, size of 6 size items are 5, 10 size items are 15, 21 size items are 25, 27 size items are 30, 30 size items are 10, 45 size items are 8, 60 size items are 4. Hence, n is equal to the number of frequencies, total of the frequencies, that is n is equal to 97. If you sum up the frequencies, you will get n. Okay, that is n is equal to 97. Now, f by x, okay, f you know and x you know, that is f is equal to 5, x is equal to 6 here, first for the first way. That is, you will get 0.8333. Then 15 by 10 is equal to, you will get 1.5000. 25 by 21 is equal to 1.1904. 27 by 30 by 27 is equal to 1.1141. 10 by 30 is equal to 0.3333. 8 by 45 is equal to 0.1777. 4 by 60 is equal to 0.0666. If you summate all these values, that is sigma f into 1 by x, or we can say sigma f by x, that is 5.2124. okay, here sigma f of 1 by x or sigma f into 1 by x, f by x is equal to sum of reciprocals of the values of x variable multiplied with their corresponding frequencies. We got n value, that is 97, and we also got sigma f by x or sigma f into 1 by x, that is 5.2124. Substituting the same in the harmonic mean principle or formula, we will get 97 by 5.2124. Then the harmonic mean will become 18.61. okay, computation of simple harmonic mean for continuous series. Okay, in continuous series we have a procedure to find the harmonic mean. That is, there are few steps. First step is obtain mid value of all the classes and denote the column by m. Second is divide the frequencies with their respective mid values and obtain the total, that is sigma f by m. Okay. Third is obtain the total frequencies, that is n. Apply the following formula and obtain the harmonic mean. Formula is given on the PPT. Okay. Harmonic mean is equal to n by sigma f into 1 by m, okay, which is equal to n by sigma f by m. Okay, where hm is equal to harmonic mean and sigma f into 1 by m, the sum of the reciprocals of the mid value of the variable multiplied with their respective frequencies. We will consider a problem for the better understanding. That is, marks are given in continuous form, that is 0, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70 and 70, 80. Okay, number of students who got marks between 0 and 10 are 7, who got 20 between 10 and 20 are 10. Okay, those who got marks between 20 and 30, 12. Those who got between 30 and 40, 21. Those who got between 40 and 50, 25. Those who got between 50 and 60, 20. Those who got between 60 and 70, 17. Those who got 70 and between 80 are 6. But while considering this data, what we need to do, first we need to find out the midpoint for the given continuous series. That is, marks is given. For that midpoint, you need to add lower and upper limits and divide by the 2. That is 0 plus 10 is equal to 10, 10 by 2, 5. Okay, first class mid value is 5. Second class mid value in the same manner, 10 plus 20, 30 by 2, 15. And third is 20 plus 30, 50 by 2 is 25. Fourth is 30 plus 40, 70 by 2 is equal to 35. Fifth, 40 plus 50 is equal to 90 by 2 is equal to 45. 50 plus 60, 110 by 2 is equal to 55. 60 plus 70, 130 by 2 is equal to 65. 70 plus 80, that is 150 by 2 is equal to 75. In this manner we will get the mid values. Then now what we need to do, f by m we need to find out. Okay, frequency, number of students are given, and mid value we got that by, and 7 by 5 is equal to 1.4000, and 15 by 10 7 by 5, 10 by 15 is equal to 0.6666. Then 12 by 25 is equal to 0.4800. Okay, and 21 by 35 is equal to 0.6300. Okay, 25 by 45 is equal to 0.5555. 20 by 55 is equal to 0.3636. 17 by 65 is equal to 0.2615. 6 by 75 is equal to 0.0800. Okay, these are called as Fm. If you summate all these, that will become sigma f by m, which is equal to 4.4072. Now sigma f by m is equal to sum of the reciprocals of the mid values of the variables multiplied with their respective frequencies, as we already studied in the procedure. Right, now we got n is equal to 118 by summating the frequencies, that is n is equal to 118, and sigma f by m, that is adding all the values of frequency divided by mid value, that is sigma f by m, which is equal to 4.4072. Substituting these values in the formula given on the PPT, that is 118 by 4.4072, which is equal to harmonic mean, that is 26.77. Okay, next, computation of weighted harmonic mean. Okay, in order to compute weighted harmonic mean, like weighted arithmetic mean, we can use, okay, also use computer, we can calculate computer harmonic mean as arithmetic mean also, weighted arithmetic mean. There are a few steps in for this. First is find out the total weights, that is sigma w, and divide the weights of x variable with their respective values and obtain the total, that is sigma w by x. Okay, and third, apply the formula and obtain weighted harmonic mean, that is HMW. Okay, weighted harmonic mean is computed with the help of formula given in the PPT, that is HMW is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W Wn by 1 by x1 plus W1 plus 1 by x2 plus W3 plus 1 by xn plus Wn. This can be written as HMW is equal to sigma W by x, where HMW is equal to weighted harmonic mean and sigma W is equal to sum of the weights, and sigma W by x is equal to sum of the reciprocals of values of variable x multiplied with their respective weights. Here a problem is given that a traveler covers his first 225 kilometers, okay, at an average speed of 5 kilometers per hour. Next 75 kilometers at an average speed of 4 kilometers per hour, and last 100 kilometers at an average speed of 3 kilometers per hour. Find out the average speed of entire journey, he has asked. For this we will consider the solution. Okay, since the traveler covered the journey with varying speeds, it is appropriate to compute harmonic mean for the data. How to compute? We will draw a table. Computation of weighted harmonic mean. Okay, speed we have considered as x, that is 5 kilometers speed he has covered 25 kilometers, 225 kilometers. Next 75 kilometers he has covered with 4, and next 100 kilometers he has covered with 3 kilometers per hour. Hence speed is considered as x, and distance we have, okay, taken, that is 225, 75, 100. Okay, and w by x 45, that means distance is taken as weights, speed is taken as x. W by x is equal, that is distance 225 by 5, 45. 75 by 4, 18.75, and 100 by 3, 33.33. Sigma W, that is distance in kilometers given. If you summate all these, you will get sigma W, the total of the weights, that is sigma W is equal to 400. Sigma next W by X we know. Now if you summate all these values, that is sigma W by X is equal to 97.08, 97.08, you know that. If you substitute these values in the formula given on the PPT, that is harmonic mean, okay, mean weighted harmonic mean, that is HMW is equal to sigma W by sigma W by X, that is sigma W we know that 400, okay, and sigma W by X we know that 97.08. If you substitute these values in the formula, that is 400 by 97.08, which is equal to 4.12. The average speed of the entire journey is 4.12 kilometers per hour. Okay, next we have merits of some merits of HM. Okay, that is harmonic mean is rigidly defined and its computations are based on every value of the variable. Okay, and the second is it is also amenable for a algebraic treatment. And third is, since the reciprocals are averaged, harmonic mean is more suitable when greater importance is to be given to small items. And next, computation of harmonic mean is not affected very much by fluctuations of sampling. And next, harmonic mean measures relative changes and it is utilized to average the time rates and price movement. Okay. Next, limitations of it. Computation of harmonic mean involves complicated processes, hence it is not understood easily. Okay. While computing the harmonic mean, larger weights are given to smaller values, hence this average is not amenable to statistical analysis. When the data consists of positive and negative values, or one or more values are zero, harmonic mean cannot be computed from such data. Next, relationship among the averages. Okay, we have different averages, that is, as we know that mean, median, mode. Okay, when the series are normal and symmetrical, okay, symmetrical and unimodal, okay, that means only one mode exists in the given data, unimodal, then mean is equal to mode, mode is equal to median. Second one, when the series is positively skewed, okay, the means the mean is the highest value and the mode is the lowest value, and the median is about one third of the distance from the mean towards the mode. Okay. Third, when the distribution is negatively skewed, the mean is the lower and the mode is the largest, and the median is about one third of the distance from the mean towards the mode. And fourth is, when all these values of a variable are identical, then the relationship among the arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean is arithmetic mean is equal to geometric mean, geometric mean is equal to harmonic mean. Okay. And lastly, when the values of distribution are unequal, the relationship among arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean is that is, arithmetic mean is greater than geometric mean and geometric mean is greater than harmonic mean. Okay. With this, we have finished the averages. Okay, arithmetic mean,